Hey, it's Michelle here at the epicenter of rock and roll history, talking about, of course, the one and only, the legendary Graceland, home of Elvis Presley. And I'm going to go inside, take a tour for the very first time. And when I come out, we're going to talk to someone who knows everything there is to know about Elvis and can give us an inside scoop of how amazing a person he truly was and his connection to Justin Timberlake. So let's go take a tour. Come on. So I couldn't do a Graceland piece without talking to the person sitting on my right now, George Klein. Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure, Michelle.
I know that you know that Justin Timberlake is a huge Elvis fan.
That's right.
So I wanted to know how you knew that.
Well, I knew that he liked Elvis a whole lot because I've been around just a little bit. But I was talking to his mother, Lynn, and she said, George, he said, recently, Washington, D.C. at the White House, Obama saluted the Memphis Sound.
I remember
and
that.
all the Memphis musicians up there from Stax Records and High Records and all, and Justin was up there with them. And she said that when Justin got there, they requested if he would possibly consider singing an Elvis song, like Don't Be Cruel or All Shook Up or something. And she said, Justin said, are you crazy? Man, I'm not going to attempt an Elvis song. Get nobody out sing the King. She said, I wouldn't touch that song, but I'll sing another song for you, but I'm not going to touch an Elvis song. That's how much she respected him.
And I know you were obviously very close to Elvis yourself. And I was wondering if you'd be kind enough to share us just one of your coolest Elvis stories that you have.
Well, of course, one of my best stories, Michelle, is I was getting ready to go on the radio. This has to do with radio, obviously.
Of course.
And I go to the station, and there's a couple of Elvis's guys, a couple of the Memphis Mafia guys there. And I say, hey, what's up, guys? It was Jerry Schilling and Richard Davis. And they said, well, Elvis wants to see you. Well, I was going on there at that time at 6 in the evening. And I said, man, it's 5:45. I just can't leave. Oh, well, George, this is really important. So I called the program director, and he said, GK, go ahead and tell the guy that I'm working now, work an extra hour, then you'll owe him an hour. I said, okay. So I did that, and I jumped in Elvis's limousine. They were in Elvis's limo. And I said, well, wait a minute, you guys are not going to a Graceland, you're going downtown Memphis. And they said, we know where we're going, George. I said, well, what's up? He said, well, Elvis is going to buy a new Cadillac for himself. And he's at the local Cadillac dealership at Union and Danny Thomas. So I bought that. I said, okay, it was December, it was dark already. We drive to the Cadillac dealership, and there's nobody there. The lights are all out. I say, man, there's nobody here. Is this a joke or what? He said, no, it's not a joke. So we get out of the car, and I walk over, and I pull the door open to the showroom floor of the Cadillac dealership. And all the lights came on. Elvis liked big productions. So all the lights came on, and Elvis was standing right out in the middle of the showroom floor by a brand new yellow 68 Cadillac convertible. And I said, well, I guess that's the car he wants to show me. I said, hey, how you doing? He said, fine. He said, come here. I went over. He said, stick your hand out. I stuck my hand out, and he dropped the keys in the palm of my hand, and he said, Merry Christmas.
You're joking. He got you a Cadillac?
And I said, yeah. And I said, Elvis, being in radio and TV, I should make an Academy Award-winning speech, but, man, I don't know what to say. And he put his arm around me. He was about 6'2" with his boots on off. And he said, GK, he says, what is fame and fortune if you can't share it with your friends?
Wow.
You have knocked me over with a feather, man.
So I'm hoping you still have that Cadillac.
No, I wish I did.
What? What happened?
No. Well, back in those days, Michelle, you could trade every year for $500. So, you know, we were early. We're in our mid-30s, late 30s, you know. So I figured we were going to be around for a long time. And unfortunately, I traded the Cadillac in.
Well, you know what? That's a story that you will never, ever, ever forget. And I think it's that generosity, that kindness that made Elvis Elvis.
He was. He had a lot of qualities about him that people don't really know. He gave a lot to charity, and he didn't want any publicity about it a lot of times.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.